We can punch through together. If we work together, we can punch through together and force people to see their own admissions of prison cities. They just want to show these videos to your school kids in the U.S., England, and Europe. See, they're already in a more advanced stage of brainwashing because they know they're a captive audience and are more easily manipulated. Like Al Gore said 2 years ago, hey, if your parents don't listen to you, you tell them what's right. You tell them what I tell you to tell them. The New York Times, little girls going home writing fake tickets to their mommy for taking a hot bath. They mean business. And again, real murderers, real fascists, real eugenicists learned, and they, Eugenics Quarterly changed its name. All these groups admittedly became crypto-eugenicists after Hitler embarrassed them. Up until the 1940s, it was all out in the open. And so now they pose as loving liberals. These people, in their own writings, all of them, slather with hatred. And the Copenhagen thing coming out, that it was all a fraud, and the global warming was all a fraud, made them so mad. Literally hundreds of top professors, we write articles every week about it, it's all over mainstream news, say, yes, we want fascism. Eco-fascism is good. Nazism is good. But against all humans, we're a parasite. Again, 3.5, almost 4 years ago, Endgame wasn't done yet. I was working on a Saturday late at the office. The ballet recital was nearby my office. My wife and my parents show up with my children with my middle daughter in her ballerina outfit. They're a little bit early. They come in and I'm editing the film. There's research documents everywhere. Rob Jacobson, Aaron Dykes, we're all in there on a Saturday afternoon. And my mother watches part of the intro, the part you just saw last hour, and she says, that can't be true. I know about eugenics and some of this, but it just can't be true. And my dad goes, actually, when I was at UT, before he was at UT, he was top of his class in high school. They had this advancement. They brought in several hundred students. He was in the top 6. They brought him aside, told him world government's coming. We want to advance you guys. Eugenics is good. And my dad told my mother that as we drove to the ballet recital, and her mouth was hanging open. They tell everybody this stuff. Every major university, that's all that's taught. Okay? And it teaches the so-called elitist, everybody who's got a high IQ, who gets advanced in these systems, that you're the best, you're going to survive, we're going to get rid of the profane. I mean, my father couldn't even go to UT as a high schooler and not be brainwashed about this. But he understood what it was because he was already so widely read. This is everything, okay? This is what they're doing. Now, let's go ahead and start playing this nightmare clip, and we have links to the group, the organization, all of it. This is part of the same affiliated group that put out the video of the kids' heads blowing off if they don't submit to carbon taxing. Here it is. This is not a joke. Here it is. Forum for the Future. Action for Sustainable World. How will the people travel in the cities of the future? This is the text. Mega cities on the move. Your guide to the future of sustainable urban mobility. Planned-opolis. One of 4 episodes. In a world of fossil fuels and expensive energy, the only solution is tightly planned and controlled urban transport. Global climate change deal imminent. This is news headlines. Joint venture to get city ready. Floating cities approved because of rising tides. Global food rations. Food to be planned. Welcome to the planned economy. Government takes over all food production.
Oh, hi. I'm so glad you're on time. I'm V. I'm looking forward to showing you around Planned-opolis today.
They show the subservient woman.
He works from home. He's a virtual engineer working on one of the city's desalination plants. He controls the robots who do all the important maintenance. I think he basically plays computer games for a living. You ready to go? Have you got your calorie card open on your smartphone?
It paused.
I registered your visit with Slick.
This was completely written by MI6. All of it has little psychological cues like, don't worry, you'll still have your video games. You look at her husband, he's jacked in like a cyborg because the oceans rose and destroyed everything. And this is still taught. Complete lie, they don't care. Let's continue.
Travel Corp the other day, so they've allotted you a journey time to match mine. It makes so much sense, doesn't it? Switch off brain and go to work. With this many people around, I'm glad there's a mega computer in charge.
Hit pause.
But
back it up a few seconds. Good job, guys. You notice all these movements we're just now hearing about a mega computer fairly giving out all the resources? Because the government's always real fair with their statistics and things. None of that would ever be gamed. Notice all the movements we hear about that are the big solution, that are supposedly grassroots, that the mainstream media then embraces, telling us how the mega computer will run everything. That stuff's 100 years old. That's what they plan. But then they have the grassroots put it out to make people think it's legitimate, that it's coming from the grassroots, as Cass Sunstein said they would do. Let's continue.
I'm glad there's a mega computer in charge. We're so lucky. Our kids were allocated a school quite near my practice, so I can drop them off on the way. It saves on our calorie ration. Well, it won't be long until the little darlings get their career announcements. They've been working so hard.
The little darlings get their career announcements. This is what Bill Gates is funding all over the world. The government and corporate sponsors will tell you what you're going to be. That's freedom, isn't it? The old caste society. And there's a calorie ration, and they've been allotted to be allowed to travel to work. They got to get an allotment every day. This is all going to happen. This is all going in. I have the New York Times from 2 days ago saying cameras will be everywhere watching us at all times. But don't worry, it's AI, so it's not violating your rights. Continue.
I'm sure they'll get something good. Not that there's anything wrong with fixing carbon scrubbers for a living or anything. Are you hungry? Let's pop to the market as we're passing. Right, what's on the menu this month? No, not meat. It's not your birthday. The Global Food Council are doing a really good job of keeping food production going. I mean, you don't get the choice you used to, but we're better off than most. I think it's probably easiest to walk from here. You barely see a car in the city centre nowadays, unless you're rich. Oh, the state knows they just aren't practical anymore. We're all trying to meet our global carbon deal. Electric bikes are so much better for getting around our neighbourhood. And why waste valuable space on car parks when you can use them to grow food? I don't care what you say, Alex. They don't deserve to live in that ghetto. They are completely disconnected. No high-speed transport system, no new internet. They miss out on jobs and many essential services too. Oh, hi again. What a day. I had to make an emergency visit to the Cry Freedom ghettos. I mean, I miss my sister like mad, but I'm glad they went when they moved to New Amsterdam.
Hit pause. They even get you ready for everybody being put in the ghettos. If you don't like this, you go to a ghetto. But then you're also in a prison in the high-tech grid, so they even get you ready for that there's going to be people that won't like it. Like H.G. Wells said, there'll be many gallant, young, beautiful people that have to be killed for the New World Order to come in. So they're even getting you ready for that. We'll be right back.
Is it really possible to get out of debt without payment plans or attorneys? 18 years ago, we developed a program that has made thousands debt-free in just 90 days. It's called Zero Debt in 90 Days, and it works for all credit card debt, medical bills, even collection lawsuits.
When I first joined, I was being sued. So I used the program methods, and after filing one piece of paper, the collection lawsuit was dismissed.
With Zero Debt in 90 days, your success is guaranteed in writing. There is no other program of its kind. Don't be alone when creditors gang up on you. Let our team of experts provide the resources to fight back and stop creditors in only 90 days, guaranteed. Prevent wage garnishments, bank levies, and stop collection calls with our proven program. Call Zero Debt in 90 days now, 800-477-9256, and ask for free information from an expert who also completed our program. 800-477-9256 or ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com. 800-477-9256 or ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com.
Have you ever felt like the United States government knows way too much about your financial affairs? I continue to hear stories about property seizures, frozen bank accounts, confiscation of stocks and bonds. It makes me wonder if the U.S. citizen will ever again have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Unfortunately, with the Drug and Money Laundering Act, the IRS Revenue Ruling 6045 of 1984, and the Trading with the Enemy Act and Franklin D. Roosevelt's Executive Order of 1933, some precious metal holdings are subject to government intervention. For this reason, Midas Resources has prepared a report explaining the boundaries of trading precious metals privately. Whether if you have any intention of trading with Midas Resources or not, I have instructed my representatives to give this report out free. Call for your free copy at 1-800-686-2237. When investing, always proceed with caution. Again, call 1-800-686-2237. Exercise your legal right to trade metals privately. 1-800-686-2237.
Folks, you've heard us talk about Home Gain before. Home Gain is now offering a special promo where you get up to $150 when you buy or sell a home with a Home Gain agent you find through their Find a Realtor program. Home Gain lets you compare realtors anonymously. It's easy. Go to homegain150.com to find and compare realtors anonymously. Enter promo code HOMEGAIN150 and receive up to $150 when you close a deal with a Home Gain agent. Share the Home Gain 150 promo code with your friends via Facebook, Twitter, text, and more. Look for Max, the Home Gain Gorilla, to find out more about how Home Gain is going to pay you. Visit HomeGain150.com today to enter your promo code and get paid for buying or selling a house. That's HomeGain150.com.
Fight back this cold and flu season with the world's best garlic extract, Ali C. Why Ali C? Because it helps your body fight viruses, bacteria, and fungi. Ali C has been scientifically proven in double-blind studies using low doses to greatly reduce the number, severity, and duration of common colds. Ali C contains 300 milligrams of stabilized allicin, the active ingredient in crushed garlic. Studies show Ali C is effective against MRSA, bacterial, fungal, and viral infections. One tablet of Ali C has the equivalent of 40 cloves of garlic. Ali C supports your body's resistance to all types of conditions and can help lower high blood pressure and high cholesterol.